So, Attorney, can you please explain how these terms have been redefined in the redrafted explanatory memorandum?
Minister. Okay. All right. Now, just before Senator Wright.
I'm not going to get a response to that, Attorney General.
Are you seeking a point of order? Yep. No, the Minister doesn't want the call, Senator Wright.
But she does. Thank you for that.
Senator Wright.
Then I ask the next question. I'm interested again because this is a very vague, broad term that's been...
No, I'm not. But she finished her speech. She finished her speech.
She asked you for whether you wanted to respond, and she's making a separate point.
But she can't speak twice. She cannot speak twice.
I'll take the advice of the clerk.
So I'm not going to get a response to that question, I imagine, but I do have a follow-up question, because again I put it to everyone really, and particularly the Attorney General. I'm not playing a game here. I'm seriously interested in having clarity from the government which is proposing this legislation to help answer or reassure or clarify the concerns that have been legitimately raised by organisations in Australia who are concerned about the implications of this legislation. So the question is, can you, as Attorney General, give the Australian public, anyone who might be listening here today or reading the transcript of this Hansard, an example of what this term supports and facilitates will mean in context?
Senator Wright, I might have to get you to repeat that last request for information when Senator Brandis has finished with the clerk.
She wasn't interrupted.
Senator Brandis, I'm going to ask Senator Wright to repeat the last section of the very last question she asked, so that you could listen to it because you were in conversation with the clerk. Senator Wright.
So, given that the government has accepted PJCIS recommendation number 2, referring to ensuring the clarity around the term supports and facilitates in the provisions in the bill that extend the control order regime, I'm asking, Attorney, if you can give us an example of what that will mean in context.
So,
question.
Sure. I'll just, Senator Wright, I don't have the right to call you again because you've just spoken twice. So before I put the question, Senator Ludlam.
Thanks very much, Chair. I'm not sure what kind of procedural games the Attorney-General is playing here. Senator Wright asked a series of reasonable questions about the operation of the bill and the context in which it's been drafted, and I draw the Attorney-General's questions to the perfectly reasonable the Attorney-General's attention to the reasonable questions that have been put to him. This is the stage of the bill debate where senators are able to establish how the bill is going to work in practice. Chair, I ask you to draw the Minister's attention to the questions that are being put to him.
Thank you, Senator Ludlam. I think the Minister's aware of the questions that are being put to him. Senator Wright, do you want the call?
Yes, I'm going to ask a further question because, with respect, I think this is an outrageous abuse of process.